I was born in Belfast, brought up in Rathcoole, got married, moved to Carrickfergus, had children, moved to Jordanstown, and I'm still living there now. At the end of my paid professional life, as I sort of call it, because I'm no longer in full-time employment, I was the CEO of a national sexual and reproductive health charity. And the last 3 years of my working life, I worked part of the week in London and part of the week in Belfast. So I had a long weekly commute involving bus, plane, train, and car. I was involved in setting up a new charity and all the challenges that entailed, and that has now been established for a year. And I was also on the board of a young people's sexual health charity. Many people know it as Brooke, but it is now known as Common Youth. I experienced it firsthand, the horrors of the Troubles, and I certainly didn't want any future generations to go through that again. But I also have a particular interest in the rights of young people, regardless of their community background, ethnicity, and those who have a physical and a learning disability. Because I really strongly believe they are our future, but too often their voices are not heard. And I think that's perfectly exemplified at the moment by the current debacle over the exam results. So, as well as wanting to contribute in some small way to ongoing peace of Northern Ireland, I also wanted to belong to an organisation whose ethos commits, or sort of rather encompasses, a strong commitment to the future of young people. And CRC fitted that perfectly. Well, I spent probably around 30 years campaigning at a political, local, legal and international level on the rights of young people and women, regardless of where they lived in Northern Ireland. And I learned that no matter who you are or where you live, you have more in common than you haven't. And I think the work of CRC takes that very much into account and fosters that feeling of commonality rather than differences. So I really feel that, what I've learned from working in the whole area of equality for so many years, hopefully can feed that back into CRC. But the other thing I feel strongly about is good governance. And in the voluntary sector, we were scrutinised by government all the time and had to make sure that our governance protocols were in place. So hopefully, again, I can contribute in some small way to the ongoing governance of CRC.